Did you know that the laws you follow today might have roots in the mind of a Roman emperor from over 1,500 years ago? The actions of Emperor Justinian I created a legal ripple effect that has traveled through centuries. His work didn't just organize the laws of his own time, it built a foundation for justice and order that still shapes our world. Justinian's influence lives on in legal textbooks, courtrooms, and the principles behind contracts, property, and personal rights. When you sign a rental agreement or buy something, you're participating in a system that owes a debt to Justinian's project. His legacy shows how one person's vision can shape the future in ways they could never have imagined. The story of the Justinian Code is about how ideas of fairness and organization can survive empires, wars, and centuries. By looking back at Justinian, we see how a desire for order in the 6th century laid the groundwork for the legal systems that provide stability today. So, who was this influential ruler? Emperor Justinian I reigned over the Byzantine Empire from 527 to 565 AD. He dreamed of restoring Roman greatness, not just through conquest, but by reviving Roman culture and administration. Justinian rose to power through intelligence and determination, believing that strong armies and just laws were the pillars of a great empire. For him, law was the glue that held society together. This belief drove him to undertake one of history's most ambitious legal projects, the creation of the Justinian Code. Officially called the Corpus Juris Civilis, it was a comprehensive collection of legal materials designed to organize centuries of Roman law into a single authoritative source. Justinian wanted to eliminate confusion and contradiction, making law accessible for everyone in his empire. By codifying the law, he asserted his power as the ultimate source of justice. The Corpus Juris Civilis was more than legal reform. It was Justinian's vision of a just and unified society. To appreciate Justinian's achievement, we need to understand the legal chaos he inherited. By the 6th century, Roman law was a tangled mess. Old statutes, imperial decrees, legal opinions, and local rulings scattered across thousands of scrolls. Many laws were outdated or contradictory, making the system unpredictable and unfair. Judges in different provinces could reach opposite conclusions on similar cases, and citizens never knew what the law actually was. Justinian saw this confusion as a threat to the empire's stability. His solution: create a commission of legal experts to read everything, discard the obsolete, resolve contradictions, and organize the rest. Their goal was a single, authoritative source of law for the entire empire. Once complete, all previous laws not included would become invalid, instantly eliminating confusion. Judges and officials would finally have a clear, comprehensive body of law to consult. Justinian's project was a bold effort to bring order out of centuries of legal chaos. The creation of the Corpus Juris Civilis was swift and organized, reflecting Justinian's determination. In 528 AD, he appointed a commission led by Tribonian to review and compile imperial laws, resulting in the Codex Justinianus. Next, they tackled the writings of Rome's greatest legal scholars, extracting key principles and organizing them into the Digest, a 50-volume masterpiece. While compiling the Digest, they also created the Institutes, a textbook for law students, ensuring future generations would learn from a consistent curriculum. Justinian continued to issue new laws, called novelli, which were added as the final part of the collection. Together, the Code, Digest, Institutes, and novels formed a complete legal system. This system covered everything from broad principles to specific statutes and educational materials. In less than a decade, Justinian and his team transformed a millennium of legal confusion into a structured masterpiece. The Corpus Juris Civilis became the backbone of law in the empire. It was a comprehensive, logical, and enduring legal framework. Justinian's Code set a new standard for legal organization and clarity. The Corpus Juris Civilis organized law into three main categories: persons, things, and actions. The law of persons defined legal status: free or slave, citizen or foreigner, and family relationships. The law of things covered property, ownership, and contracts, how things could be bought, sold, inherited, or given. The law of actions explained legal procedures, how to bring a lawsuit, present evidence, and enforce judgments. This structure made the law logical and accessible. Beyond these, the code included criminal, public, and administrative law, defining crimes, punishments, and government structure. It even addressed religious matters and the duties of officials. By covering nearly every aspect of life, Justinian's Code created a complete legal universe. Its breadth and organization became its greatest strength. The Justinian Code's impact is clear in its practical laws. Contracts were binding through mutual agreement. If you bought a horse and the seller refused to deliver, you could go to court for a remedy. Property law distinguished between owning and possessing. Borrowing a book didn't make you its owner. The code set clear rules for transferring ownership, supporting stable economic activity. The institutes used simple scenarios to explain concepts like natural law. The sea and air belong to everyone. This idea of common resources influenced law for centuries. The code also established liability for damages. If your ox destroyed a neighbor's crops, you owed compensation. This focus on making the injured party whole became a key feature of justice. The principles of contracts, property, and liability remain at the heart of modern legal systems. Justinian's laws made complex society manageable and fair. After the fall of the Western Roman Empire, the Justinian Code was forgotten in Western Europe for centuries. Early medieval justice relied on local customs and superstition, not systematic law. The code survived in the Byzantine East, but its influence faded in the West. Everything changed in the 11th century, when a manuscript of the Digest was rediscovered in Italy. Scholars at universities like Bologna studied it with excitement, amazed by its logic and detail. These glossators wrote commentaries, spreading Roman law across Europe. Students brought these ideas home, applying them to local laws and creating a common legal language. The Justinian Code encouraged rational, systematic justice and helped build the modern legal world. Its rediscovery provided the intellectual tools for Europe's legal transformation. The Justinian Code's influence didn't stop in medieval Europe. It became the foundation for most continental European legal systems, known as civil law. National codes like France's Napoleonic Code were modeled on Roman law and spread worldwide through colonialism and cultural influence. Today, much of the world lives under legal systems descended from Justinian's work. Even in common law countries, Roman legal concepts shaped areas like contracts and property. Legal phrases like bona fide and pro bono are echoes of this heritage. Principles such as innocent until proven guilty, and the rules for binding contracts trace back to Justinian's Code. His work is a living part of the global legal conversation, shaping justice from Paris to Tokyo. The legacy of Roman law is everywhere, even in your hometown. The journey of the Justinian Code reminds us that history shapes our present in powerful ways. Decisions made over 1,500 years ago established a foundation for justice that endures today. The Code's emphasis on reason and logic provided an alternative to arbitrary rule. Its vision of law as written reason is its most lasting contribution. As we face modern challenges, we still rely on the legal grammar Roman law provided. Understanding this history reveals the deep roots of our societies. The story of Justinian's Code is a testament to the unbroken chain of justice connecting past and present. Subscribe for more stories about the hidden connections that shape our world.